Hello, what's up? This is day 18 and today we're going to continue our sprint to build out the Launch OS, and today we're going to focus specifically on the long form sales page, which is pivotal to a launch because that most of the time describes how we are going to do when we actually go live with something. So let me just check a couple of things on my end and then we can get into it. I think we are good. Let me also open up the screen share, and you can see this is what our numbers look like so far. We had an extra sale coming in since I had set up the event, but you can see we had about $119,000, and the number keeps going up and down. I realize because we've had essentially some refunds as well, and I think that gets taken out of this. So some interesting point to note. Remember, our goal is $3,627 every single day, right? That's ideally the goal. Let's see how many days actually did more than that, right? Out of 28 days so far in the month. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days so far out of 28. So that's, less than 50%, 40% something is how many days we've done at our benchmark. And again, that benchmark has to be higher because that's what we're aiming at. But having said that, let's go back into Claude. One thing I didn't realize while we were starting up with Claude recently is that, when I was feeding it the sales pages, actually, it ended up creating, so it created the funnel architecture framework yesterday. That's what we did. But a couple of days ago, it actually created the JVZoo sales page framework already. Like I had not thought about it, but it built out the entire sales page framework. So I'm going to try this out right now. I'm not sure if it's going to work well or not, but I've downloaded this framework and I'm going to just go ahead and re-upload it back in just to test. And I'll say, look at the JVZoo sales page framework that we have created. I'm going to then show you a new product that we have coming out, which is Micro Content Agency. I want you to build out the sales page for this. I want you to write out the sales page for this based on this framework. So I want to see already how far it can get, because I didn't meant to actually, build this framework just as yet, but turns out I actually accidentally did it a couple of days ago using 9 sales pages. So I want to see now if it's able to actually create what we're looking for, and then we're going to compare it to our actual sales page and see if we're anywhere near what we are trying to do. So let me open up my computer, and I'm going to find basically the hook and angles and positioning that we went with, right? So that's the main thing that we need for now. So I'm going to upload this positioning in there. Then I'm going to see if it created something for me yesterday. So let's go back into chat, and I'm going to open up the sales funnel as well. Right, so this is useful. So I'm going to just copy and paste this in because, of course, like whatever data I can feed it, the better it is. And I'll say, note, this is for FE sales page only. Like, we're not trying to do anything else at this point. It is just a front end sales page only. So 1 second, I'm just going to see if we have any people, any messages coming in as well while we do this. Okay, good. So we have some folks here live already. Okay, then 1 second. Just messaging my team as well so they're aware. Okay, before I do that, I'm also going to add the feature list of Micro Content Agency because I think it might know that better by looking at this. So let's see if it's able to nail down the front end. I'm also interested to see if it's able to create the feature list as well, which is something we're going to need, and like all those things. So let's see what it does in this. Okay, just doing its thing. Okay, let's just look at this for now. Paste in here, and I'm going to open up our micro content agency FE sales page copy, the one we kind of finalized at the moment. Website URL to 30 days of scheduled video content in under 10 minutes. This AI brands client profiles, plans content, creates videos, gets traffic, and gets you paid. Let's see what this is doing right now. Oh, I think it's the wrong one, this one. So paste any website URL and watch as AI builds complete client profile, generates 30 days of scheduled video content, delivers agency-grade videos in under 10 minutes. I mean, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And there's a pre-headline as well, breakthrough. Sub-headline, the first AI-powered video agency platform that extracts brand voice. Problem agitation, here's a brutal truth about running a video content agency in 2026. And then we kind of went with, okay, here's what you get. Then we went with, like, this is something we're experimenting with right now, you know, like TLDR version. But look what Pavlo did. This is where we built a real example of a person. So we are taking a different approach. But now this is telling us to kind of start with more brutal truth. Actually, one thing I forgot to do here, I should have asked, like, do you have any questions about this? Like, in case there's missing information, do you want to ask me questions? I can answer those questions and we can improve it. Hey, Shafkat. So again, Shafkat's here as well. Like, he's our copywriter and he will see this. He knows this process inside out. And, you know, he usually builds out our sales pages and we have a bit of back and forth. But hopefully with this, at least there's a good first draft and, you know, we can examine how we do this. But to me, what this is missing as well is missing sort of a story in the beginning, which is kind of what we do. And that's because Claude hasn't really done any research. It's just writing, like, it's not doing any real-time research based on statistics and whatnot. I don't think so. But it's just writing the whole thing. So let me just see as I read this. Meanwhile, your monthly overhead is ticking, blah, blah, blah. And here's the worst part. By the time you deliver content, I think about overheads as well. I think Shafkat would agree that we had talked about overheads here too. Yeah, a little bit like here, you can see traditional agency and how much it costs. But again, none of that information is so far mentioned here in these documents. Like, we hadn't explicitly mentioned any of that here. But let's look at this now. So this is the sales page. I'm going to compare very quickly word count of this. So this one is about 3,016 words. The one that we have written is about 5,927 words, so it's more, but I think we do tend to go overboard with this. But let's go back into this and I'll see as well. So here's a brutal truth about running a video content agency in 2026, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So again, we have pretty much gone with, like, here's a tool, here's what you get access to. So now it's writing all these things. And here's the worst part. What if I told you there's a way to onboard new clients in under 10 minutes, eliminate discovery calls, blah, blah, blah. Solution introduction comes quite early. Introducing micro content agency, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6, 7. How many steps do we have? I think we have steps as well. Let me just check this. So yeah, kind of. URL, brand profile, content, calendar, scripts, videos, publish, 6 steps. But, you know, we're pretty much there. And then I want to see as well if it's taken the cold code into account, because we did have that, but not enough information in the documents that we shared. Unique mechanisms of client onboarding, breakthrough technology is what it's aiming at. Proof elements, it's kind of faked it, which I do not like too much, because, you know, we want to be able to prove that it works. And of course, we're not giving any testimonials of our own. Feature breakdown, what you get with micro content agency, AI powered this, intelligent content planning, GPT-5 script writing. All this is good. All this is very, very good. 100 exports, video exports per month. I'm not sure if it is technically correct, but then again, Shafkat can check this. Benefits translation, what this actually means for your business. This is before and after is good. It's always a good thing. The math is simple. Offer stack, total value, price reveal, you're not going to pay that much. The price will never be this low, again, guarantee. So we usually do 14 days, but again, we didn't tell it explicitly. So it's suggesting 30 days, 30 days. Bonus 1, bonus 2, bonus 3. I'm not sure if we had any of these bonuses that we kind of said we're going to offer, but again, it's making stuff up. And all that is fine. Like, some of this is actually going to give me ideas on what to do, but that is good. But now I noticed, by the way, that even though we uploaded some documents, let me just check this. There is no, one second, I'll look at this. This was our decided approach. This was a funnel structure. Yeah, so this is missing the cold code thing, which is what we had decided to do additionally on top, because it's not able to still sort of make decisions to amplify this, like what it's missing. And that process, actually, come to think of it, should come up here when you're deciding the funnel. Like, what more do we need to add to make it super simple? But it didn't, and we had added our own 3-day training. And part of the reason why we added 3-day training was because we knew that it would be valuable. Oh yeah, now I see why it has 100 videos exports per month, because we kind of, we agreed on this funnel here, but actually I should upload my own internal document that we have finalized and kind of utilize that for now. But this is pretty good. Like, again, I'm not sure what Shafkat thinks of it, because he is watching, but I think this is a pretty good start. I would still want to make changes, but remember, all this is built on top of what already works. So I'm going to do one thing. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to rate it. Here's a sales page that we have written about a product called Micro Content Agency. I want you to give it a rating and justify your rating. Examine it fully from start to finish and just tell me how optimized it is for conversions. Okay, then I'm going to take our sales page and I'm going to paste that in as well and see what it says about that. Like, what's the score? And remember, the goal is to kind of get it to that point where it's better than ours, ideally. So let's see. It says here this is 7.6 out of 10. Then it's giving a lot of reasons. Maybe it'll explain where it falls apart. Proof and testimonials are weak. Exactly right. So because ChatGPT, or Claude in this case, hasn't done any research, so I think they're very, very weak. So let's do one more thing here. Okay, this is an alternate version. Be honest, how would you rate this out of 10 and why? So I'm giving it the alternate version as well because I want to see how it rates it. So this is all it's scoring basically that it's doing. The page sells too much power too cheaply without anchoring authority strongly enough. Okay. Reduce claims, increase authority proof. That's what it's saying primarily to do. Final weighted score is 7.6. And it's saying, like, do these things and then you will improve it, right? So let me just go back to this and then paste this in, and it will tell me, okay, this is better. Or this is kind of even worse, according to it. But it will say it's really long. Yeah. Stronger business opportunity framing, better proof by logic sections, better onboarding. What's worse is credibility strain is much higher. Gets traffic and gets you paid, like software can't guarantee either, right? So it's gonna make people wonder. But then again, that what kind of sells on JVZoo. So there's that. But okay, I think this might be a mistake where 1080 versus 720 pixel thing. But it's too long and repetitive without tightening the conversion spine. The top section's confused. The Pablo store is emotionally good but structurally risky. Yeah, introduce new product Sora 2, which is a fair point. So it's like confusing people, I guess, a little bit. But okay. Yeah, but here we go. So let's try this. I think, again, Claude sales page is good, but I want to now engage it a little bit further and see what it says. So I'm going to just ask it a question. Okay, one thing I should have done sooner and I didn't is if you have any questions that you want to ask me as a follow-up to improve it, please do. The second thing is that I would like you to actually research and find real case studies and data and proof elements to back this up and not make those things up. Can you do that? So let's see if it's able to fix those things for me. And again, this should kind of go in advance. I didn't say it, I should have said it. And I think this again needs to go back and into the framework, like don't hallucinate or create fake proof, get real case studies in real time, like go research and figure out what's already working. And that would be good. 1 second. So now let's see if it's able to engage me in sort of an interview format to help me get the best outcome here. Okay, you're 100% right, obviously, patronizing. I should have asked questions first, I definitely should. Let me clarify this properly. Okay, so it's unsure about the limitation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually upload our funnel, that one that we're going with, because obviously we want to finalize the funnel. Remember, all it can do is guide you. You still have to like approve it. So I'm going to add this here. That's for 1. 2 is target audience. Are you targeting existing agency owners, freelancers starting out? Undecided, but it's targeted to JVZoo, typical JVZoo customers. And then what would be the unique selling proposition? Again, I would say please refer back to the sort of the overarching angles and positioning that we've done. Core positioning statement, I'm going to copy and paste from like what we have written, right? That's what comes from the other document. Product reality check, it does, it's accurate, no early users, though we will have sample videos to share on the sales page. So that always helps for video product. Launch details, is it actually countdown scarcity timer? Remove it, but you can say price goes up every 6 hours with a timer on top of the page. Then what is the actual launch date time? And it is 12th Feb 2026. Okay, now it's researching real elements and it's putting them in as well, which is really good. So I think now funnel structure. Okay, it's asking more questions here as well. So once it does finish, I'm going to answer more questions, because typically our guarantee would be 14 days in this case. So I'm going to correct that as well. And again, this is why you want a dialogue between AI and yourself. I don't fully believe that AI is at a stage where it can fully replace human beings, also because human beings suck. Like, I'm quite bad at giving instructions until you ask me what you need to know. So I think in this case, it would be much easier for me if AI actually tells me, look, answer me these things and I'll give you the best sales page ever. So we got to start with that. And I think that has to be the part of the framework as well. So we're going to do that. Okay, real proof elements have been added. Clarifying questions. I've answered this, okay? But it hasn't asked me about the guarantee. We have 14-day no questions asked money back guarantee. So do the sales page again based on this. Okay, let's see what it does now. And again, looking back at it, so it's given the proof elements like, hey, these are the proof elements that we are going to be using, right? But again, how much of those elements it's using, we'll have to see. But now these are the questions that it's asking, and it's reconciling everything. And once it does, now it's going to start building it out again, hopefully. There we go. So nothing has changed really on the pre-headline too much. On the main headline, nothing much has changed. But again, it said like 1080 pixel videos because that was the part of, I think, our, yeah, there you go, our front end. So that is good. So it's using that as well as a leverage point. And then problem agitation, which is continuing with week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, but the numbers don't lie. Now it's going to explain the stats, so that's useful. Then, again, it's doing like, meanwhile, this is what you're doing in your business. What if I told you there's a way to blah, 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 blah. You probably think I'm crazy. Solution introduction. So it gets into solution fairly quickly. In our case, I think we get quite late. Like, we do tease up front what they're getting, but that's only because I felt my own thought was that the product was mature enough that we could introduce it early. The market was mature enough. But okay, this is fine. This is all good. Let's go back, look at this. It's still writing the whole framework. And to be honest, this is really good. Now, what I'm going to do is, after that, I'm going to say, hey, could you go back and update the framework so that the framework initiates these questions in advance in the future, right? That is important. The framework needs to initiate these questions. What I'm not doing, so I'm going to tell it to introduce the questions, but I'm not asking it to, write the sales page in a certain way because I think so, because I don't want to introduce my bias in this. We think we know what works best based on split testing, but then to be honest, we're looking at other sales pages, including ours could be even, that have worked exceptionally well, to figure out what it is that they do that we are not doing that we can do as well. So of course, we will continue to split test. We'll continue to test things that already have worked for us, but then we'll use that against the benchmark that Claude is now creating for us. So that is the idea, that it's got to all become like much, much simpler to utilize as we do this. So 1 second. Okay. Almost there. There's a Q&A at the end. And let me just open this up as well. I think I need to sign it. It's weird, I got signed out of a lot of places this morning when I woke up. I'm not sure why. Okay, so front-end sales copy is kind of what we're working on right now. And then again, we're going to ask ChatGPT to rate it again. Why not? Again, it's explained the OTOs, which I may not put down in there because I don't know if that's typically the trend, right? That's the thing as well. That's typically not the trend. So I'm going to avoid saying that, but it might also just be putting those details in because I gave it that document. Again, I think I should restrict it to say, okay, only do front end and nothing else. So let me just see up in the beginning, there's a countdown bar, timer bar, and problem agitation, which is quite similar, but now they have some results as well that they introduce. And then solution introduction comes in here, all the steps as before, unique mechanism, the old way, the new way. Proof elements, the data backs this up. There's a lot of data now. There's a lot of data. Again, ChatGPT might say you don't need so much. So we'll see. Okay. I'm going to remove the upgrade opportunities. I don't even know if it belongs here, but I think I'm going to remove the upgrade opportunities from this one because it's really, really not necessary, I think. Some things is just leaving for me to use. But now this is 4,000 words almost coming up to. Can you score this version to ChatGPT? And again, I'm going to go ahead and remove some of the last elements about the funnel because they are not necessary. Let's see what it says. Okay, it is best of the three from a pure conversion engineering standpoint. It's tighter, more internally consistent, and the pricing escalator creates a real decision force, but still has a few credibility issues from there. So let's just look at what it says on the product proof. Yeah, so it's saying basically there's no product proof, which is true. Sadly, we don't have any. Right, at this point in time, we just don't have any. The citations are named but not anchored. You mentioned McKinsey, Akita, JVZoo, Glassdoor, but without direct links or footnotes. That can be fixed. Like, it's okay. We can, like, we have the links. We can do that. Urgency is over repeated. This isn't fake. Blah blah blah. The upgrade block is on the front end. Oh, I guess based on the actual funnel. 1 second. Let me just see what Claude may have done. Okay. So I can see like upgrade opportunities, but did it? 1 second. So yeah, this would definitely go away after, like, there's no reason for this to be here, but I thought I removed it from ChatGPT, maybe not. Yeah, we don't, like, there'll be product screenshots, obviously. So, you know, when we do the feature set, which I think, let me find here. So, like, this kind of stuff, not the video pricing, but offer stack. Here's everything you're getting today. Or I think when we kind of go through this, for example, feature breakdown, this will have all the product screenshots as well. So that makes sense. Now I'm going to ask it one more thing. Okay. So based on the new copy that you have created, is it now consistent with the JVZoo sales page framework that I had previously provided to you as a markup file, or are there inconsistencies? If there are inconsistencies, can you fix those and tell me what you have fixed? Secondly, I forgot what I was going to say. I think the point I was going to make was make sure to improve the framework so that when we use the framework asks us questions to get all the information that it needs that might be unique in this case. So that way framework kind of guides you. Can you also update the framework so that anytime it is used, it initiates a series of questions that I can answer to get a better outcome for the sales page creation? Okay, JVZoo. So now it is going to really compare what it has done versus the framework that it had, and it's going to hopefully tell us like, look, I realized that the framework was missing these things, so let's go back and kind of check those things as well. So now it's checking the framework for consistency, and it's going to say, okay, this is where I deviated and here's why, if it's justified. Or it might say, hey, look, I actually made a mistake, I didn't consider that, so next time we should consider that. Those sorts of things are very, very useful. So yeah, and then again, we can always go back to the framework and improve it using other sales pages that do well. Remember, we had like 18 and this only has 9, so there's definitely scope to do more. But let's say, excellent catch. So now let me read from the top. Inconsistency analysis. Headline framework requirements was this. What I wrote was something else. Problem, missing first ever or world's first superlative positioning. So world's first AI-powered agency platform that turns any website URL into 30 days of scheduled 1080 pixel video content in the 10 minutes. That actually sounds better than what we have now. Hook architecture, framework requirements reveal a secret underground hidden strategy big players use, but I wrote the client onboarding breakthrough technology. Problem, not using secret underground language patterns. So the secret client onboarding strategy that 7-figure video agencies use to deliver content 10x faster while the competitors still scheduling discovery calls. I love this. I love this. So now it's reviewing its own work, basically. Step 3, 3-step simplicity, major issue. Okay. 1 second. All right, let's just see. Okay, there we go. So let's read this. So it's saying hook architecture, so 3-step simplicity, and he went, the AI went through to step 7. Bar authority instead of celebrity proof. Name 3 to 5 big brand celebrities, only industry statistics, no celebrity or big brand proof. So yeah, like this would be good. The same AI-powered content strategy that agencies serving Apple, Nike, and Netflix use to deliver thousands of videos monthly. Awesome. Pricing psychology sequence, competitor comparison, value stack, fake regular pricing, real price subscription threat. And it basically didn't do no fake regular price or price escalation. Format shift positioning is weak. So framework requirement position is new category, not better execution. What I wrote is AI-powered video agency platform, which is too basic. Still sounds like another video tool. So it should be not another AI video tool. The URL to revenue client onboarding revolution. I fucking love it. I love it. The URL to revenue client onboarding revolution. Sounds very hardcore, but yeah. Monetization showcase. Show 9+ income streams. Framework requirement says should include 9 ways to generate income, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. Niche expansion incomplete. 6 to 8 avatar categories. What I wrote is 5 use case categories, so who this works for. Visual proof structure. What I wrote. So yeah, I think in this case, I also want to tell it like it's okay to leave placeholders for us to fill later. 2 parts comparison, which is weak. Summary, okay, this is what should be fixed basically. Overall framework compliance is 63%. And then it's saying, okay, I made a mistake, I'm going to fix it for you. And now it's fixing everything. I love it. But is it actually fixing? Oh, it's fixing the framework for me now. Then I'm going to go back and say, okay, let's do the sales page one more time. Let's fix all those things and let's see what we get. So just iterative process. And again, once this is done, next time I'm going to just copy the same thing and use it for AI broker system that we have now. And we'll see what kind of sales page it creates. And I'm going to challenge it again. Like, make sure you're paying very close attention to this and make sure that is, you are basically doing a good job at it. Okay, done. Let me click. Now it's actually doing the corrected sales page as well. Good. That's good. I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing into that, and then we'll see how it scores it. So this is awesome. And again, with the new framework, we can test it right now against another offer that we're doing in March. That way we kind of already know what works, what doesn't work. So let me just say AI broker method, and I will put in the front-end sales page. Though mind you, I haven't really checked the funnel yet. Like this is all okay, but yeah. But I haven't fully delved into it yet. Okay, let's see. Still doing its thing. Now again, I stress about how it's so slow, but it's really not. I mean, even for a good copywriter, it takes a few days to get an outcome. So this is pretty fast in comparison. The data behind the revolution on client onboarding. Yeah, it is a lot of data. So again, it might be that ChatGPT has previously said to us like, hey, there's too much data here. Don't share that as is. But we're gonna see. Now we just wait. One second, I'll open a link that I got from my team. Thank you, Shafkat. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Shafkat just told me to do research here. What's the difference between research and web research? I do not know. Let's ask Google. Okay, so Claude's research is a deep dive, multi-step agentic process for comprehensive reports. Takes 50 to 30 minutes to analyze, synthesize, and cite multiple sources. Web research is fast, shallow lookup tool. I think, yeah, research would be fine, but one, it's going to take too long, and two, it just might return us some data that is not particularly useful, but worth a shot, worth a try. I think I've never used it really, Shafkat, so definitely something that you can try as well and see what that gives you. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Then we should hopefully have 2 documents. Oh, it looks like it's already done the V2 framework. It looks like it, so that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna download this as PDF. Pre-launch. It says pre-launch. I don't like that term because we call pre-launch something else, but now it is trying to ask me too many questions. which is fine. I mean, the more I can provide means the more research I have done, but I think it's, I want it to kind of do its own search as well. Okay, now it's compacting the conversation because it is a long conversation. But let's go ahead and open up another chat, and actually I'll run to the projects, because we had AI broker system in here, and we have the positioning framework, we have the broker method, and then we have the funnel architecture framework. Then I'm going to also upload from here the JVZoo sales page framework. Give me 1 second, I'll rename it so there's no confusion. Okay. And again, this one, we didn't put the cold code information in, so obviously it doesn't know what that is, because we did not put that in the funnel. Or did we put that in the funnel? I think it was in here. 3-day cold code training. So let's see if it actually includes that as well. %+ plus framework compliant, which is good. Okay, just give me the output. Okay, this is the JVZoo front-end sales page. Okay, let's talk to Claude now. So I want you to start working on the front-end sales page for AI broker system. Have a look at all the files and documents that you already have to utilize it, and then ask me any questions that you need to before you start this process. Okay, do not ask me questions if they are answered by the files already. Okay, I think so. We have a funnel here, if I remember right. So we should be okay. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this has done first. Okay, so this was the inconsistent analysis, JVZoo framework V2, which we've downloaded. Corrected sales page, which I'm going to check, and this is summary of fixes as well. So let's go ahead and run this. It's going to do its thing while I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to rate this. And again, we want it to be higher than 8.1 essentially, because that's what we got. Let's look at word counter as well. What do we get? And I don't think there's no upsell information here. See, that's missing. Now it's much higher. Now it's 5,343 words, getting close to what we usually do. Okay, it's gone down now. That's quite bad. Why the score dropped? These claims are a trust grenade. It might say, but then again, remember, this is ChatGPT's objective analysis. This is not its or subjective analysis. This is not based on our sheet. The promise got less believable, 90 days and 10 minutes. But yeah, I think, I don't know why it's saying 90 days. We have to fix that. Okay. So always good to run it via ChatGPT as well, just to see where there's inconsistent, which is again why I think it's good to have someone on it. But let's go ahead and answer this. And again, like too many questions, dude, too many questions. Okay, let me just quickly see if I can answer all the questions, and then I can copy and paste that in. This is going live on the 12th of February. The launch, Sorry, this is going live on the 12th of March and the launch closes on 16th of March at midnight Eastern, after which people will not be able to purchase at all because we're going to follow that up with live training that we will do for the customers that get in. I only want you to work on the copy for the front end, which is the $27 AI Broker Method 3-day intensive. Do not work on any of the OTO1 or OTO2 copies for now. We do not have any beta testers or early users at this time. Although in the past, people have used money by brokering deals and services, we are just now leveraging AI to do that. Primarily, I want you to focus on content brokerage because that is the main one, but you can talk about service brokerage. So for example, getting a contract but passing it on to someone from Upwork, basically being the middleman, so you can discuss that and you can research some examples. I will let you create the niches, the avatars based on what the product does. I don't have anything to comment on the pricing psychology. Please make it up. Guarantee period is refund day, 14 days. And yes, they can keep the training and bonuses and everything else, even if they refund. And there's no questions asked money back guarantee. I cannot provide at this time any visual proof of my own, but you can leave placeholders and we can circle back and add those in later. I do believe this is the first ever AI powered brokerage system because everyone talks about making money with AI tools, but no one talks about how to leverage AI to basically become a more effective middleman by making money without doing the work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all this in and then see what comes out of it in terms of the front end sales page. I'm excited to see. Again, it might not be very good outright, but I think it could be a good first draft that we can work with, we can use, and we can improve on. Let's see. And again, with ChatGPT, like this is fine, but ChatGPT also needs to understand what's your framework. So let's do this. Let's ask ChatGPT this question. Okay, I want you to reevaluate the latest sales page that we are providing based on the framework that we have given, because this is the framework that works for JVZoo audience. You may have other ideas about what kind of sales page framework would be good, but to be honest, we're not interested in that at the moment. So just based on this framework alone, how effective do you think this sales page is out of 10? Of course, like if there's any like 90-day thing, I'm gotta fix that because that should not be there. Yeah, so see there's 90-day content packages potential. Yeah, that's something, again, because it's so, okay, there is a fast pass opportunity here as well that it's adding. Which again, I would remove basically from there. So this is something I didn't realize that it was adding in, so I'm going to remove that. But then we'll have a much more solid sales page. So let's see what this one ChatGPT has to say about that while it stopped. Oops, let me just see. It looks like it stopped. Okay, now it is searching the web, so that's fine. See what ChatGPT says. Okay, it's still 7.5 out of 10 in terms of framework only. It explains what it nails down, but 7.5 is still not enough, which is again where hopefully I pass it on to copywriter and they kind of fix it. Yeah, 90 days versus 30 days. I get it. Like you got to remove 90-day stuff. Again, just we got to take that out. Tiered social proof is incomplete, so it's missing peer proof, which I agree as well. But I think this is where it's not noticing. I think like we do quite well with Upwork and freelancer screenshots, so we got to put that as well. 10 bonuses with inflated value is not present. So one, keep this even if you refund. Okay, there's only one bonus call code. So yeah, bigger bonuses are missing. Visual proof structure isn't clearly scaffolded. So yeah, obviously visual proof we can't provide in a document. Multiple CD is true. Okay, it's not distributed by buttons. Yeah, so this one's fine, easy to fix. 3 peer proof blurbs. We do actually have some proof for this, but I can't remember what that is right now for the next launch that's coming up. For micro content, no. Add a bonus stack, explicit proof placeholders. So we're going to do that as well. Better bonuses. Okay. Let's see. It has started, and the AI brokerage method, countdown timer urgency. The underground brokerage model won't stay hidden much longer. Ooh, I like this. This is kind of cool. While 97% of people struggle building agencies, doing freelance work, or creating products, a small group of invisible brokers are quietly pocketing $700 to $1,000 per deal without client delivery or agency drama. I love it. I think it's pretty good. I think it's quite secretive. Let's see then. Oh, but this is too long a pre-headline, so I'd probably shrink it somehow. The first ever AI broker method that lets you pocket $700 to $1,000 per service deal in 20 minutes without clients, delivery work, or agency overhead, while this window is still wide open. 3-day live intensive reveals the anti-agency system. Again, it's taking that as a secondary positioning. March 12th to 14, 2026. So dates are kind of wrong, and this is hard to explain to AI, but like we sell it from March 12th to whatever, and then training happens the next few days, but easy fix when we go in and do that. The hook is this: the secret middleman strategy that Uber, Airbnb, Upwork use to generate billions. Do they? They actually do, don't they? Because they kind of leverage other people. They don't create anything, they don't deliver anything, they just connect buyers and sellers and keep a cut of every transaction. I think I like it. What do you think, Shafkat? You're about to discover how to build the same type brokerage business in $16.54 billion freelance services market, but instead of building a massive tech platform, you use AI to become one-person brokerage matching businesses desperately need content and services providers deliver the work. You set the price, they pay you, you pay the provider, you keep the margin, all in 20 minutes per deal. I like it. Honestly, this is pretty damn good. And again, I'm not saying this is nailed down, this is perfect. And we may even find, like, we'll have to look for like a personal example, because we like to use stories, but, you know, we'll have to figure that out. And again, with the modules, you know, with the day 1, day 2, day 3, we won't call them modules because it's live training. We'll have to see, oh, so days have modules. We'll have to see if this is everything we're delivering as well. If not, we go back and change it, of course. Remember, this, you know, it can always assume things that you want to correct, and you want to correct its assumptions about the feature set because it doesn't know the feature set. But okay, I think this is almost getting done. So I'm going to leave it at this, but we're going to copy and paste it so that when my team gets to it, they have everything kind of ready to look at and they can decide what we want to include, what we don't want to include. And we can run with this, but tomorrow we circle back. I would say we've done the front end sales page as well. Tomorrow we're gonna hopefully take some giant leaps and finish up the upsells and VSLs all in one go. I think I'll do the front end VSL after this tomorrow. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the upsells as well. And I'll see if we can do everything in one day. But if not, it might stretch over 2 days. Then we'll have like JV assets and this kind of stuff to do. I'll see about schedule though, because it is highly likely that if I want to do all of this by the end of the week, but if I can't, I'll take a break for a few days because I have some other work to do for our like cold code customers. So I might do that stuff live so you can see as well how to set up cold email marketing for yourself. And then we can circle back to our launch OS after that. But I want to finish at least the consumer facing side, which is usually all the copy work. And then take a break, come back to the JV assets and everything else that we need there. So let me just see. 1 second. There we go. Oof. Did it really say 10,000 words? That's massive. Oh, it's 5,900 words. What is it talking about? Okay, that's it then. We'll catch up tomorrow, same time. See you then.